We want to welcome from Thrive Dr. Beth Perrick. Thanks for joining us, as always.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here today.
Nice to see you again. And for folks who don't know, Thrive isn't really a club. It's not like a thing where, a bunch of people get together and thrive kind of thing. But Thrive kind of started back in 2008. And what was kind of the basic origin of it? Won't spend too much time on it, but what was the genesis of it all?
Okay, and there is a whole story of how it started, but we've done that before.
Sure.
So today we can talk about how we have changed but kept the same ideas. We started out as a group looking toward how we can bring happiness and joy to people in this chapter of our lives. Mm-hmm. What is it that we can do to enhance that? Mm-hmm. And so we started out in 2008, as you said, and we had, it's interesting, we had a number of people that were writers and videographers. Mm-hmm. Scott Marvel was one of them, and he did an excellent job for us for quite a long time. And Paul Ortiz and I were two that were on Thrive from the beginning and are still there and loving every single minute of it. So when we started out, we had that goal, and we did interviews, video interviews, and talked to people. Mm-hmm. And then through the years, we've had different kinds of activities. So one year we had, and I can't remember his name, first name was Tim, from the city of Anaheim, came mm-hmm. and talked to us about that Anaheim had become the city of kindness, and he had been able to go internationally and talk about kindness. And he gave us a framework from which to design a year of kindness for Laguna Woods.
Oh, wow, kind of the template for the whole thing, huh?
He did, just great ideas. And so we had a year of kindness, and it was so good we kind of like expanded it mm-hmm. a little bit more. Mm-hmm. It was wonderful. Another thing we did that was a project was the Centenarian Project, and we interviewed people who live in the village and are over 100 years old. And when we started, we had no idea where we were going with it. We mm-hmm. just liked the idea, and I think sometimes that happens in research. And a number of people on Thrive are kind of researchy type people anyway. Mm-hmm. And we started it, and it ended up a wonderful project, and we did a presentation here in this building and honored them and had their pictures and told mm-hmm. their stories. It was just wonderful. And so the entire write-up and pictorial event is they are in our history center now.
Right, that's fantastic.
That's another project. Yeah. So then. So changing then, I can't remember when it was, but it was probably 4 or 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. We were asked if we would like to join with Saddleback Memorial Care.
Right, and they saw the opportunity to come in and kind of go on the coattails of what Thrive was already doing, right, in terms of promoting all the activity.
And to help us mm-hmm. if in our community outreach, because if truth be told, we don't do money. Thrive has no money. We don't fundraise.
Right.
We
There's no club fees. There's no nothing like that. Because again, you're kind of a different entity here.
Yeah, we do videos. We do writing. We do community outreach. Mm-hmm. But we don't have money to do it, and mm-hmm. Memorial Care does. And so we now have had 2 people, Reme and Ronit, a social worker and an outreach person from Memorial Care on our team. Mm-hmm. And so now we have 4 events during the year that we are able to put on for the community. About 100 people can come. Mm-hmm. And it's invite, just come, just RSVP so we know. And we always have a speaker about health. Mm-hmm. We have a lovely something to eat, which we just had the ice cream.
Yeah, I was going to say, you just had one of those 4 events was the ice cream social.
Right, and that's such a really big thing. And in November, we're going to have, a fall event. I'm not sure what we're going to serve, but last year it was different kinds of pie, and everybody got their individual pie. And then there was a discussion, and I think that the discussion, I think it's going to be watching out for spam in November. That's mm-hmm. another thing that's
fraud
coming.
Alerts and things like that.
Yes. And so So then we got to, now we're happy with our 4 events a year, and Thrive team has memorial care with it, and now we're starting a new project. And the new project is multi-generational families that have lived in Laguna Woods.
Okay. Now, that was kind of when I first heard that, the notion had never crossed my mind. I don't know why that actually there'd be, your parents retire here, but then they're still alive, and then your time for your retirement, and you come to the same community, which is very interesting to me.
Right. And we thought it would be just parents, but then in talking, multi-generational can be if your aunt and uncle moved here and you came, or your cousin, so multi-generation, different generations that lived here. In fact, my husband John and I moved here because, one of the reasons was some people our age that lived here brought us in and showed us around, but also I had friends that were my parents' generation that had lived here and I had visited. So lots of reasons.
Some of the early adopters to leisure world, the concept itself, way back in the day.
Exactly, perfect. So that's where we are right now. So if anybody out there in TV land that knows multi-generational family, or are
part of one,
please send an email to thriveinthevillage@gmail.com, and I'm thinking it's on the screen right now, and probably somebody named Beth Pierrick will be sending you an answer, and we don't know where it's going.
Right, well, just like the Centurion Project, you didn't quite know where it's going, but it's just, maybe it's just interesting in terms of just sitting down and talking to them and understanding the web that got them to, all the connectivity that got them here, right?
Yes, and we have all the tools in place. We can do videos, Cindy has her own TV show, we have the Thrive show, we have 2 people that write so well on our team, really, really smart, talented people that I'm blessed to be a part of the team. They're so wonderful.
Now, have you heard some stories already? I mean, have you talked to people, just not part of specifically the project starting up, but like just how you come across some people that are multi-generational?
We've had several people send in letters, so that's where we are on that track. One of them, Cindy is ready to interview on her show. He sent in this long story about parents living here. And so, yes, we're started, baby steps, but this is the direction we're going. So in next year, in 2026, when one of us comes in to interview with you, I hope that we can say, we now have this many people and we are going in this direction with multi-generational families. Yes.
And when you come across, are you doing your own kind of thing? Are you asking people as you go out in the community, hey, have your parents, you have aunts, uncles, people who come here?
We're kind of, spreading the word that way.
Yeah.
Good question. Thank you. Yes, we are. And we're asking anybody out there, you could ask somebody, how did you come here? Why did you choose to come here? And usually that question leads them into, well, my mom and dad were here, and I came and visited, and I like to do X, Y, and Z. And the interesting thing, one of the things that I think will come of this is, well, what was it like then in the 1970s or 80s or 90s compared to what it is like now?
Yeah, the evolution of this community is, it's almost in its retirement age already all by itself.
Exactly.
The 60 plus years of being a leisure world and now, village. It's amazing.
Pickleball. That is such a good example of how
exactly.
Huge growth spurt that has happened in the community.
Absolutely, all the things that are happening. Yes. Well, we're looking forward to hearing more about this multi-generational study you guys are doing and the interviews. Dr. Beth Pierrick from Thrive, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. It's our pleasure.
You're watching This Day Coming Up, the California Club, and lots of shows. Stay tuned.